What's up everybody? I am so excited to be making this video because we just picked up a 2019 Ford F-150 XLT Sport package. It's got 46,000 miles on it and we got an incredible deal on this truck. But before we start talking about that stuff, let's check out the inside because it's 27 degrees out here and freezing. All right, this is it. Now, this is super exciting for me because this is like the nicest vehicle that I've ever owned. If you follow this channel, then you know that I want to retire by the age of 45, and the way to get there is to not make unnecessary, dumb purchases.
You a genius.
And so far in that journey, all the vehicles that we've had have been well below our means. So this is the first vehicle that we have that actually really has like some creature comforts and some things that I really like in a vehicle. Number one, it being a truck. Number two is this freaking panoramic sunroof. Number three is seat warmers. And number four is auto start. We live in Colorado. It's 27 degrees right now. Being able to auto start your vehicle and get in when it's warm is, oh, so good. So real quick, I want to go more in depth on some of the features of the truck, some of the fun aspects of this video. And at the end, we'll talk about the finances and why we thought that this was a smart decision to make. So here we go. The truck has 46,000 miles on it. It had two previous owners, and it's considered a fleet vehicle. We got a little background on what that meant. It could have been used for like a utility truck, or most likely it was bought at auction and then turned around and sold to us for a profit. We ended up buying this car from CarMax. So they probably got it at auction and then sold it to us. It has seat warmers in both the front seats, but not in the back. But honestly, that's okay because our dog Quinn will most likely ride back there most of the time. Something else it doesn't have is dual temperature control, which would have been nice because my wife is always cold. So it would have been a bonus to be able to control two separate climate controls. But honestly, with that seat warmer that she's got, I think we'll be okay. Something else I'm excited about is that this truck has Apple CarPlay. I'm a real estate agent, so when I'm working, I'm spending a lot of time in the vehicle, responding to texts, emails, and then driving from house to house for showings. And Apple CarPlay integrates very well with your phone. The previous vehicle that I had like Bluetooth capability, but if I wanted to read texts or respond or anything along those lines, I would have to physically interact with the phone to be able to do that. With Apple CarPlay, I can stay right here. The truck listens to me and it can respond to texts. So that's something I'm really excited about. We're not going to be doing a lot of towing with this truck, but the truck does come with trailer backup assist, which is a nice feature. And it already comes equipped with the hitch package, so I don't have to throw that on there separately. The back seat on this thing is huge. There is so much extra room. The seats fold all the way up in the back. That way our dog can kind of run back and forth however she wants. And then if you have any of your friends ride with you in the back, they have so much legroom. Before this truck, I had a Jeep Wrangler, and there are two things that really stand out as a difference. One is the interior space in here, and two is how quiet this truck is compared to the Jeep. Granted, I had a soft top, but gosh, the difference between driving on the interstate in a Jeep versus this F-150 is night and day. You can have a conversation just at a normal voice while you're driving. It's incredible. Last thing to touch on before we go into some of the finances is the gas mileage on this isn't great. Right now I'm averaging about 16 miles per gallon, but I think that's because I've been like flooring it everywhere we go because it is a pretty quick truck. So once I get into a more normal driving habit, I'm sure that will increase a little bit. I think it's rated for 19 miles per gallon in the city and like 24 on the highway. Okay, so let's jump into the finances. We ended up getting this truck for $12,000. That's it. But let me give a little bit more context to that. 2 years ago, we bought a 2018 Jeep Wrangler for $28,000. I think we put down like $14,000 because we had it saved up, and then we financed another $14,000. Because of our aggressive saving that we do throughout the year, we were able to pay off that $14,000 loan within the first year. So the Jeep was completely paid for. So when this truck popped up, I thought I'd swing by CarMax and see what they would give me for the Jeep. Again, at this point, we had it for 2 years, and I had probably put at least 30,000 miles on it. So I was expecting that they were going to come in around, lowball us around like 12 grand. The trade-in offer that we got for the Jeep was $27,000. So just that alone brought the truck down to $12,000. Now here's where it gets even better. After we paid off the Jeep, we continued to make a car payment into a savings account. So $400 a month we just took and put into our next car savings fund. So at this point we had $5,600 in that account. We put that towards the truck and we only had to finance $7,000. Now interest rates are so high right now that our payment is a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. Our payment is just shy of $200 per month over 5 years. There's no way we're going to hold this loan for 5 years, but we wanted as low of a payment as possible. Now remember from before, we were already paying $400 a month into a savings account. the insurance for this truck should go up about $50 a month. So that means there's $250 a month that we are responsible for this truck. So we were saving $400 a month, and now we only have to spend $250 a month. So if you want to get crazy with this truck is actually saving us money. I know that's a stretch, but still. But it ultimately boils down to the fact that because we made the smart financial decisions 2 or 3 years ago with purchasing a Jeep and paying it off as quickly as possible, and then saving aggressively, we're able to buy a truck like this without it changing our standard of living at all. And I think that's the biggest win of this entire thing. And it makes me excited because this is like the first tangible thing that has paid off in living below our means for so long. We're able to get this truck without it being a financial burden at all. So how much more like financial success will come from the next 10 years if we continue to live below our means, especially with real estate? 10 years from now, that's going to be, I think, our golden key. So all that to say, super excited about this truck, super excited that it's not changing our standard of living or giving us a financial burden at all. And I can't wait to make more videos in this thing and maybe do some modifications down the line. If you are new to the channel because of this video, the main purpose of this channel is to talk about ways that we can retire early, ideally by the age of 45 in our case. So if you want to see more content like that, and obviously more content of the truck, it'd be awesome if you subscribed and came along on this journey. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Boom, baby. Yeah.